Monday, April 20th. We have 2 weeks left of this semester, and I just cannot believe it. We're so close to the end. You see, I'm starting here on Blackboard. The Unit 4 calendar and all of the materials are open for you to go in. You can download some of these documents if you need to as you work through the calendar and some of the homework assignments in the next 2 weeks. You'll see the homework assignments, pretty much what you'll be doing for homework is just working on your final reflection, which is the final assignment I'm going to go over in just a minute. But what I'm going to be doing during class is, you know how I used to have story time and read aloud to y'all. I'm going to read aloud some reflective essays, like personal essays, that you might use and model from as you start to compile your final reflection too. And I'll be talking to you about, you know, some of the moves that the writers are making that I think you could use in your paper as well. So no official homework for this unit except to just continually be working on your draft of your final reflection. So let's look at what that is up here. You can access this here or in your email. I sent it to you yesterday. When you go into the assignment sheet, under description here it says Unit 4 marks the end of a year of writing, which most of us have been together for a year, which makes it really special. You've learned many things about yourself as a writer, a student, an academic, a member of society, and an individual through your experiences this year, whether they be triumphs, failures, life-changing adventures, or mundane Tuesday nights. All of these have contributed to your growth this year, and this final assignment asks you to reflect deeply on what has happened and what you've learned. There are 3 prompts that you can use to kind of get you started on this final reflection, but some of you might want to kind of go your own way, and that would be fine too. Okay, all of the readings that are here under these prompts are in the Unit 4 resources on Blackboard, and these are the ones I'll be reading aloud to you too and kind of pointing out some of those strong writer's moves. The first one's about the journey. We have actually read this before when we were looking at research as a journey. This one's asking you to look at your kind of growth throughout this first year as a journey. So you can look into that if you're interested in it. My favorite of these 3 essays personally is Lena Dunham's. This is supposed to be fun. She's specifically talking about college and college life, and there's a beautiful section where she talks about these memories from college that she sort of reminisces on, and in like happy and hopeful ways, but also really sad ways. So you might look into that for some inspiration. And then this one is sort of like an advice piece from Mindy Kaling. Y'all may know her from The Office or The Mindy Show. It's an essay called Don't Peak in High School, and it's sort of about, you know, what we've learned in our past, how that shapes our future, that sort of thing. You could even write this as a letter to yourself, which I often have students do, and that can be kind of fun when you're considering audience. Okay, format. Now everyone will have to consider this format regardless of the prompt you choose or the direction you go. So the format is a traditional blog post. It should have multiple paragraphs unless there's poetry involved or something. It should be between 500 and 1,000 words. I encourage you to consider making it a photo essay so you can actually embed pictures, make it sort of scrapbook of what you've learned. You could also play with text if you want to use poetry or favorite quotes, you know, to kind of enhance the piece. The goal is to make this reflection into something that you'll want to look back on as you continue your journey at UM. Obviously, you're going to be turning these in on your blog space as well. Grading, your final post will be graded on its depth and thoughtfulness. Be as specific as possible about your experiences. I've told y'all before, some of the things about final reflections is that students want to be very vague, like, I learned a lot, I had a good time, right? Well, we want to know specifically, you know, what did you learn, and how did you learn it, and how did you fail, or how did you overcome those, and what were these magical moments, right? And what did they teach you? So you want to be really specific. You can also use artifacts. Those could be some of the visuals we've talked about, even hyperlinking to prior posts of yours. You could do that as well. And I'm looking for, like I said, depth and thoughtfulness, and be more concrete than just, I learned a lot, right? So for homework, here's the calendar. Today, obviously go in, you'll do your final Mindful Monday exercise, which is just kind of crazy. We won't be doing one next week, so I hope you enjoy that. Next week, I'll be sending out a survey about how Mindful Mondays have gone for you throughout the year, even though I know it's been different being away from each other. And then make sure to, after you've watched this video, you go in and watch this one so you can link to it, what I learned from my first semester of college. And in the comment section below, you can discuss what resonated with you most from his story, okay? Again, for homework, just begin brainstorming possibilities for the final reflection. You don't have to post anything, but you can kind of brainstorm in your notes. Obviously, if you want to start writing a rough draft, you are welcome to. All right, guys, take it easy, stay safe, and I will see you on Wednesday.